Labels on grocery products have changed since the start of the new year. You may have noticed, but new Health Canada regulations went into effect January 1st. Food companies now have to identify products high in things such as sugar, saturated fat, and sodium. The only exemptions to the regulations are fresh fruits and vegetables, along with meat, fish, and poultry. Joining us now to talk more about that is Jennifer Lee, assistant professor in the School of Nutrition at Toronto Metropolitan University. She's also an expert on nutritional quality of prepackaged food. Jennifer, thanks for being here.
Hi, thanks for having me today.
I've noticed this at the grocery store, even in fact before the start of 2026, with those little labels that are showing up on the front of those prepackaged foods. Take us through the requirements for Health Canada and why they're making this change to start the new year.
Yeah, so the front of pack nutrition bowl that we would like to call it, the idea of it is that to give you more information about the food that you're buying and eventually eating. What we already know is that so the information is not necessarily new, but the use of the symbol is a different way that we're presenting the information. And then the nutrition symbol is based on the percent DV that is presented on the back of the nutrition back of the foods and the nutrition facts table. So if generally speaking, if foods are high in our nutrients of concern, so sodium, saturated fats, and sugars, you will see the high in nutrition symbol on the front of the packages as well. So as I mentioned, the information itself is not new, but now it is at the front of the packages so you can easily identify the information and make food choices.
What kind of thresholds are we talking about for those three in particular too, Jennifer, when it comes to sugar and sodium and saturated fat? You know, because the percentages are clearly going to be different, but when it says something is high in something, what does that mean?
Yeah, so if you look at the nutrition fact table, it tells you how to interpret the percent daily value, which is on the right column. Typically speaking, having something that is more than less than 5% is considered to have low in those nutrients, and then having more than 15% is considered to be high in those nutrients. So the symbol is based on the thresholds. There are some variations depending on the serving sizes, but generally speaking, it's based on the 15% thresholds.
Okay, and do you think too, from where you stand in and being in nutrition and being when it comes to diet, is this going to make a difference for people? Is this an important thing for consumers? I think to see that right away. You know, because I think a lot of people have been more aware of checking the labels themselves. You know, I've got two young boys, so we check sodium levels at different points all the time. But do you think it's just going to be that much easier for people to realize things right away?
Yeah, what we've seen globally, not just in Canada, is that having that easy to understand symbol at the front of the food packages is actually an extremely effective way to communicate information about foods, because one, it is easy to understand, and second, it is easy to see because you're not taking the food package and flipping it around and looking at the nutrition facts table. So the information is much more clear for you. And what we know is that the nutrition symbol is not comprehensive, but the three nutrients of public health concern that Health Canada has chosen, so the sodium, saturated fat, and sugars, Canadians consume excess amounts of that, and then consuming excess amounts of that is associated with health risks associated with negative health outcomes. So having having the nutrition symbol will help you identify those foods that are high in those nutrients of concern, so you can make more informed food choices much more easily and quickly at the grocery stores.
Jennifer Lee, assistant professor in the School of Nutrition at Toronto Metropolitan University. Thanks so much for your time today, Jennifer.
Thanks for having me.